Anyway, we want to give a warm welcome to the sweet little, look at how cute she is, Kelly Wilson!
Thank you, Wendy. All right, I'm up. I got dressed. I showered. It's the best day ever. My name is Kelly Wilson, and I am addicted to Lucky Charms. Suburban mom crack. Drug of choice for middle-aged women everywhere. But it's time to cut carbs. So I'm eating my Lucky Charms with a knife and fork. Sometimes they pop off. I fall on the floor and I have to eat them off the floor, but I think it's working. I think it's going to make a difference. And speaking of Lucky Charms, gay marriage is a thing, right? And depending on how you might not like the story, or you might love it. But have you ever wondered if your spouse is gay, but he or she is not supposed to be? I'm the only one. Awesome. So we're wandering around Seattle, my husband and I. And we ran into the gay pride parade, and we were like, sweet, because it is awesome. And I'm walking directly behind him up the street, and I see men and women, but the men are looking at him, and they're like, puckering their lips. Behind him, and I'm seeing this, and I'm like, wow, well, he's attractive. But I never thought of it that way, so okay. So then he turns around to tell me something. We stopped at a corner, and I said, what are you wearing? He said, what? I go, you're wearing a shirt that says magically delicious. You can't wear a Lucky Charms t-shirt to a gay pride parade unless you're gay. Magically delicious. You're leading all these men on. They're all looking at you. And then I thought about it for a minute and I go, wait, are you gay? If you are, I want you to be happy. So, I mean, that ruins this anniversary weekend. We have some things to talk about. But he might not be. Because I have this story from my book, Don't Punch People in the Junk. It's lessons that you never thought you would have to say out loud to people. One of these is, dry humping is not for the family picture. It's a very serious story. Every couple of years, the great-grandparents, mother-in-law, brother-in-law, and his family, and our family of four all squish together at a local retail portrait studio in order to help create the timeless work of art known as the family picture. In total, there were 11 of us, shoved into the back corner of what would more appropriately be called a portrait closet. We crammed into one end of a space about the size of my 1970s style bathroom. The walls were black, and the carpet was dark, and the lights were close and bright. The two photographers were well prepared and set us up in traditional poses. What else can you really do with 11 people? And as quick and helpful as they were, the room was tiny, narrow, stifling, hot. Beads of sweat began to run down my back as I stood squished among our crowd, an admittedly fantastic smile pasted on my face. Click, click. The photographers checked the screen, muttering to each other. Boys, we need more smiles from each of you. Click, click. Oops, someone closed their eyes. Click, click. Youngest, don't stick your tongue out. He was mine, of course. At about the third pose, we were all getting just a tiny bit crazy. In one pose, I stood on the middle right, slightly behind mother-in-law, and brother-in-law on my left, husband on my right. I felt pressure on my behind and assumed it was husband. Then I felt a slight gyrating sensation against my right hip. I was hot, sweaty, impatient, and I could not take it. Husband is dry humping me right now. Husband froze. The photographer's mouths gaped open. Mother-in-law stared straight ahead, not turning to look at me. Farmer's son, who had just moments ago dry humped me during the family photo for which she was paying good money. If you would like to read the rest, you can download it on any device, I think. And husband is selling them in the back. Hello, husband. Wait.
Hi, everyone.
Let's get the t-shirt on.
Magically delicious.
So thanks for coming out tonight.